Hello, my beautiful collective. My name is Calum. I'm an empath, a psychic, and an oracle of sorts. And welcome to Full Mental Alchemy. I'm going to be doing a tarot card reading for you today. It has been a minute. I've recorded a few readings since my last video, and I've either forgotten to post them or just felt guided not to. So we're going to read some cards now. We are in the classic spot. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful moment in time. It is so lovely to see you again. We're going to start with the Inspirational Wicca deck. It's been a minute since we've started a reading with this, so we're going to pull some cards and see what comes out. There's some really interesting, like, uplifting energy around this. Oh, wow. We have card number 35, Sapere Aude, Sapere Aude, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's the card of the Sphinx and the Warrior. It's card number 35. It's the second to last card in the deck. So, you could be, like, on the precipice of something, like some big transformation. You could have, like, just recently had some big realization in your life. You might be coming to understand what it's going to take to close out some kind of cycle. Let's read the oracle. You stand before the Sphinx with the spear of your will, quadrupedal at dawn, standing on two legs during the day, and wandering three-footed in the early evening. This is how the eternal Sphinx sees us. The enigma must be solved with the perfect truth in the heart. Failure is possible if you do not accept the dark side of knowing, which can lead to madness and arrogance. There is nothing left to hide. Let's reveal everything about ourselves. We are Oedipus, and in an eternal way, the triple beast we are. In us is all that we are, all we will be and have been. The oracle says this search is over. The last question needs a definitive answer that is within you. You are before the guardian of the threshold. With all of yourself, nothing of what you are can be hidden. Every fear in the heart must be left behind. Very beautiful. Yeah, it seems like there's some big realization that's taking place here. I'm going to pull some tarot so we can dive into what this big realization is, what it is that needs to be revealed within you, what needs to be accepted. We're going to be using the Dark Side Skeleton Tarot today. I just got this deck recently, and I have been in love with it. It is the only deck I've been using to read for the last, like, month. Very beautiful cards. And it's just like a classic tarot deck, which I've been looking for just like a standard deck. So, yeah, anyway. What are we talking about with card number 35 here? What's the realization taking place? I'm hearing this could be about you or about someone else. Like someone else having a realization about you. We just had a ton of cards just like explode from the deck. We have the Chariot, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Cups, and the Star. Wow. Okay. Whoa. I've never seen that kind of duck here before. It's like a black duck with a white neck. Super chubby. But those kinds of ducks aren't usually at this park. Or even, like, in my area. Interesting. There's two of them. There's like a guy feeding ducks. I almost feel like that resonates to the message in that you're like a standout in the crowd. People questioning why you're here. I don't know. We pulled the Chariot, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Four of Cups is kind of acting as a challenge to the Ten of Pentacles. And then we have the Star. Seems like you have something to offer in the way of, like, you standing in your power and you recognizing your worth, your the light that you have to share. The Chariot and the Star are really speaking to me here, because the Ten of Pentacles in reverse falls in between them. And it feels like there is maybe a goal that lies, I'm hearing dormant. And the only reason it's dormant right now is because of this, like, this Four of Cups energy. It's acting as the challenge to the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's a need to I'm hearing stop running. Some thoughts and feelings that are maybe coming up around this goal that you maybe not have been ignoring, but not exactly giving the proper attention that they deserve. I'm going to be doing things a little different through this reading. I'm going to pull some oracle cards to clarify our tarot as we go along. Usually I do them in separate sections, but I feel called to, like, combine it. We're using the angel messages. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. Now that you've asked the angels for help, be open to receiving divine guidance and assistance. You deserve heaven's help. And new romance is imminent, either within a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. I pulled those to clarify the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. I want to know more about the Chariot here. We're going to pull some Moonology for that. And the Star as well. But it seems like there's almost like a new sense of self-faith that needs to be had, or you're realizing, like, there's like some recognition of self with the Star, like you're understanding how powerful you are or what you have to offer. We have the new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation, and the waning moon, what do you need to release? And I feel like it's some sense of, like, a limiting belief, like not feeling good enough for reward or for recognition. I'm pulling these for the Star. We have the new moon in Capricorn. Your hard work is paying off. So it feels like you're kind of having some newfound faith in yourself. We also have new moon in Libra on the bottom of the deck. New romantic cycle begins. I want to know what exactly we're talking about here when it comes to this Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot. Because the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, like, the Ten of Pentacles is this all-encompassing sense of completion. It's the last card in the Pentacles, like, suit when it comes to, like, the numbers, not exactly the court cards. But it speaks of, like, the end of a chapter, a, like, grand finish of, like, finally feeling contented and like you've achieved your dreams. But in reverse, I sometimes see it as, like, the work that it takes to maintain that dream, or, like, almost like that dream feeling out of reach. And the Four of Cups comes as the challenge to that. So it seems like the only thing holding you back from reaching this goal is your willingness to sit with the feelings of inadequacy within you that make that feel out of reach. And it's like a call to like really sit with that and process those things that you're feeling, why those voices are coming up, why you think that way about certain things, aspects of yourself. What exactly is this Ten of Pentacles we're talking about? Justice? Some kind of wrong being corrected, or finally getting what you deserve, balance being brought in order. We have the Two of Swords. And as that came out, I just got hit with like a wave of anxiety. The Fool. It feels like you need to consciously decide for yourself what the path forward is going to look like. Decide what story you're going to be telling. This is the chance to do right by maybe your past self. What's the indecision of the Two of Swords talking about? The Three of Cups reverse. The Three of Cups reverse. And what else? We have the Knight of Pentacles. And then the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So when I see the Three of Cups, you know, it's a card of celebration. It's a card of like allowing yourself to enjoy other people's support or praise, to celebrate with others, but also being celebrated by others in that same vein. But in reverse, I'm hearing it's like a negligence. How do I mean that? In like, almost like you've been ignoring, or like you've been telling a story to yourself that celebration isn't possible for you. Not allowing people to celebrate you or to celebrate with people that you care about. Or like actively, I'm almost hearing like it's time to stop celebrating with people that aren't truly celebrating you. Can I get more clarification on the Three of Cups reverse? We have Temperance in reverse. Not celebrating with people who bring you out of balance. It's almost like recognizing the ways that you may have been how do I phrase that? Can I get one more card to clarify this? Oh, I'm going to pull a Moonology, actually. Sorry, I'm just having to waltz my way through this energy. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. Yeah, and Temperance in reverse, I feel like I almost see it as like a really analytical point of view on the Temperance card, like how to achieve the Temperance card. We have New Moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. But I'm like, Temperance in reverse, I feel like is identifying where in your life you're things are like the energy is out of balance, where you're not exactly in that space of equilibrium, and kind of bringing light to that so that you can come about that energy of peace. And I don't want to just keep saying balance, but balance. And that clarifying the Three of Cups, I feel like with the Adjustments Are Required card, and confidence is your key to success, it's like understanding when it's a good time to be celebrating, like understanding when celebration is in your best interest, like not being, like being frugal with your time and energy. Like you don't want to be celebrating with people who aren't actually celebrating with you. And I think that's kind of supported by that Knight of Pentacles coming out, because that's a card of patience. And with the Two of Pentacles in reverse coming out, it feels like this, there is a lot of indecision in your energy, but it feels like indecision that's slowly being pushed out by clarity, by an understanding of what's best for you. It's like seeing opportunities for, like, I just keep seeing the imagery of like a party, like going to a party that you were invited to, and deciding not to go to that party because you know that the people that are there are like actively keeping you in a space of distraction and constraint. And the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like, is speaking to this aspect of being like, I will wait for the parties that are going to be celebrating my growth, celebrating my expansion, rather than seeking to hold me back from that. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse almost feels like this aha moment of realizing my success, my growth, and my importance, or not importance, my, what was the word I was thinking? Why did importance come out? I don't know. It is kind of this energy of like understanding how important your higher good is, and prioritizing that over like very shallow. I just keep hearing partying. Like maybe there was some party that you were invited to that you decided not to go to, and that's part of this like this great ending, this like unwillingness to hide yourself in the face of a challenge. I don't know. Like maybe there was some kind of event that you got invited to that maybe in the past would have felt like the, maybe not opportunity of a lifetime, but a chance to be like, I'm good enough for something. And internally you're like, that isn't what I want anymore. We have the Seven of Wands as well. It feels like really, you're really in this place of like, not backing down from what you believe in. And we have the Confidence is your key to success card with the Adjustments Are Required. It's like the adjustments that you're making are having faith in your path that isn't based in what other people think of you. Your hard work is paying off. But that's like that energy of the Star. It's like you aren't allowing other people to define what is good about you. You're finding that within. You're providing that sense of security, that sense of assurance and confirmation to yourself rather than seeking it from anyone around you. I just saw the conclusions are within reach card. I feel like there might be something, like there's a little bit of trepidation around this where like you're scared to deny some kind of opportunity or avoid some kind of situation. And I think that spirit and the universe is they're like trying to communicate that this is the right move for you. Intuitively, like deep down, you can feel that whatever this opportunity or invitation is not in your like highest interest or best interest. Interesting. Let's keep going. Yeah, so right now, it feels like with this Five of Pentacles reverse. Oh, and we have the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You're like kind of stepping out of this energy of feeling sorry for yourself or allowing the energy of pain, sadness, or feeling without to bring you down. You're releasing that and you're kind of stepping into your power. The way that you're moving right now is the Magician. Like you're simply taking stock of what you have and realizing that anything that you want to accomplish is within your reach. Based in that sense of confidence, like really owning for yourself that you I think this goose has a broken wing. The poor thing. You know, but there's almost something to that. I love how often I'm just like looking at birds and I'm like, there's a message in these birds. But like, it's almost the sense of like, with that Five of Pentacles, maybe people looking at you and being like, wow, you've been through so much, or like you have a broken wing. It must be so hard for you. And instead of like feeling sorry for yourself or having pity, you're like, my wing is broken, but that doesn't stop me from flying, is kind of what I'm getting. And with the Magician, it's more like you recognize that any like trauma that you've been through doesn't hold you back from expanding further or like achieving beyond the limits that people have set on you based on their like external expectation or like external perspectives on you. Like, I feel like you recognize that you're capable of so much more. And I think the universe has been waiting for you to recognize that you aren't limited by what has happened to you. And actually, it's more just proof that when you do achieve these things, it will truly show that you are different from the people who have tried to keep you constrained. In the internal, we have the moon. And I feel like there's like that realization. It's recognizing that you aren't limited by the pain you've experienced. It's like you're kind of shedding the skin that has held you back for a long time. My guy I think he's growing new feathers, and he's like pulling out all his old ones. And it's like, sorry, I just keep going silent. I just keep watching him, and I'm like entranced by him like picking at his wing. I fucking love nature so much. I could sit and watch birds for hours. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Let's dive into the moon. I want to know more about this realization that's taking place within. What has woken up within you? The Page of Swords. Yeah, it feels like you have some kind of new perspective to offer that nobody, I think, recognizes or realizes is there within you. The depth that you have to offer. We have the Nine of Cups, and this was crazy because it like came out in the reverse and then kind of just did like a flip to land in the upright. And yeah, I feel like you have some sort of contentment. There's some real satisfaction in knowing that you have something to offer, realizing that you have something to offer, realizing that you have a new way of thinking that other people not necessarily don't have, but you just have a unique perspective that can bring a lot of value to people. And in the external, we have the Page of Pentacles. So I'm curious what this Page of Pentacles energy is about. It seems like there's someone around you that sees some kind of potential in you, sees what you have to offer. And it's like direct the Hermit. Maybe because of a hermit period that you've been through, you having like come out of hiding after a long dark night of the soul. Oh, there's an angel card down here I didn't even see. There's another tarot card too. This must have been like from the beginning. Hold on, they're in like a really weird spot under my chair. We have the Six of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Isabella card. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. It literally, like, these cards just being under my chair for who knows how long they've been there. It's like there's something that's been working in the background that you haven't been fully conscious of. You've just been, like, doing your work, and you've come to this realization in your, like, on your own, through your own, what's the word? On your own accord, I guess. You weren't waiting for anyone to tell you that you were good enough. You were doing the work to find this within. And then out of nowhere, it feels like this Page of Pentacles opportunity is going to be coming in. And it's an opportunity that's like the Six of Wands with this Isabella card. It's like this perfect opportunity where you're finally going to be recognized for who you actually are, what you actually have to offer. Without any sort of like contribution of anyone trying to push you forward. It's all by your own effort, and it's going to be something that's very rewarding, but also allows you the space to rest with the Four of Swords. It's like a chance to finally show what you're worth and show what you're capable of. But then in that same vein, it's like, because you're so ready for this and so prepared, and like this is so made for you that you could do this in your sleep, is what I'm hearing with the Four of Swords as well. And the timing is so perfect because this is what you were made to do. Whatever this is. And I think that, like, this is kind of coming forward right now because you've spent so long working on yourself internally, working on your beliefs without, like, any recognition of it. You were just doing it for the sake of bettering yourself or expanding on what you think is possible for you, like recognizing, the Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck, recognizing that potential within you and affirming that without anyone having to just like do that for you, you know. It's very this like self-sufficient energy, and your work really paying off. Yeah, let's pull, I want to pull some Moonology for these. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And I pulled this in the external. It seems like there's going to be some kind of like really big finish that like I'm hearing it's going to make up for everything that has taken place before this. We have the full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Interesting. Can I hear more about that? This need of a practical plan. What can the collective do to prepare for this? The sun. Again, there's such a huge energy around all of this of like needing to have faith in yourself. Really, like confidence is your key to success. Existing in this energy of excitement and pure joy and faith that things will turn out the right way is going to be like that key to turning the cards in your favor, allowing this to unfold the way you want it to. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. And you know, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I kind of see, like if I recall correctly, it's a card to remind you not to focus on yourself so much. Kind of taking a step back and not really doing things to plan for your future, but doing things just for the sake of doing things, I guess. Like I'm just hearing get out of your head. Appreciate what's going on around you and stop thinking so hard about ways that you may have either done things right or wrong up until now or as you move forward now. There's a call to just be present, to just like actually look around and enjoy where you are. It's reminding me of this thread that I saw the other day that was like, you're living in the good old days now, so don't let them pass you by. Like, enjoy where you are. I don't know. It seems like something really, really big and exciting and rewarding is on its way to you. Because you've earned it. And I think it's time that you just kind of appreciate the journey right now. Because while it's going to be so rewarding to just be like focused on where you stand right now. Because like when this comes in, it's just like, then you're already in that energy of presence and you don't have to think about that like possibly slipping away or anything of that sort. It's just like you're present in it and you can feel appreciative of it. I just split the deck on the Wheel of Fortune. A turn of fate is in order. It's time. Okay, we are at 33 minutes. I'm going to pause the recording real quick so I can kind of sit with everything we've learned through this. And shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment and sit with this, and then we'll move forward, because I'm not sure where to go from here. Like, I almost wanted to end the reading, but I feel like there's more to this that I just need to expand on in a different way. So I will be right back. Okay. I wasn't fully sure where we were going with this from here. I pulled a bunch of more cards. I have an entirely new spread next to me here. And I don't usually show my spreads, but I want to just show you guys real quick. we have taking flight and non-ordinary action here. And we have a bunch of tarot around that to kind of connect these. But what I thought was interesting was the way that the taking flight card was clarified by the Eight of Wands. And I'm noticing the way that these two cards look like they are pointed in this direction, towards this non-ordinary action card. And with non-ordinary action is clarified by the Empress. Connecting these two is death in reverse and temperance in reverse. And now, what the vibe I was getting from these cards as I pulled the Wicca Oracle for this spread, it felt like these two different paths that are, at first I thought they were two different paths that you could take. But as I pulled tarot to clarify this, we had the Eight of Wands come out with with taking flight. And the Eight of Wands is all about action. It's all about movement, clarification, like communication, and like swift communication, like things coming in from the sky, like these arrows flying in. And taking flight, it seems like there's someone that is taking flight to some kind of empress. That could be you, that could be someone coming to you if you identify more with like the divine feminine. But the non-ordinary action card, I think being clarified by the Empress is so beautiful, because the Empress is all about like receptivity, like really being the birther of like that mother energy, like bringing things to life through receptivity, through creation, through artistic feminine expression, through connection with yourself. And that's like that non-ordinary action that's taking place. It seems like you are existing in this beautiful energy of allowing things to come to you. And that was kind of like what we were talking about in that first spread. It felt like this journey of coming out of self, not necessarily sacrifice, but feeling without in certain ways, and kind of having that shift in mindset, having that shift in mindset, and recognizing that your power comes from within. And I feel like that is kind of changing some sort of energy. And that's clear with with death in reverse. It feels like a transformation that has taken place, a necessary change that needed to happen. And with temperance in reverse, clarifying death, it just feels like this beautiful transition. And I feel like it's through that opportunity that we were talking about before, some decision that you actively made, that where you chose yourself above gratification or satisfaction, and deciding to kind of take that long route that isn't necessarily a long route. It's like the imagery I'm getting is like the long road that is actually like a fast pass, because it's like on the surface, people would see the things that you're doing and being like, you're making this so much harder for yourself. But in that way, in you choosing to dedicate yourself to the hard-fought path, or not necessarily hard-fought path, but like deciding like, if I'm going to achieve something, it's going to be for the sake of me, for the sake of my expansion. You're kind of directing the energy into how you want it to be received, and it's almost like opening the door for that. I hope that makes sense. But in making that decision, it like causes something to come in for you. I haven't exactly seen what the taking flight or Eight of Wands cards are talking about here, what exactly it is that's coming in. It could be some kind of opportunity, some kind of, like, I'm almost getting a job opportunity with the Eight of Wands, it being like maybe hearing back from a job that you applied for, or some opportunity you didn't think was possible in the past, and it being possible now. I'm going to pull more on what what these two cards are talking about. We also have more cards down below that kind of act as the bridge between these, but I'll get into those in a moment. I don't feel called to talk about them just yet. I want to know more about the Eight of Wands and Taking Flight, which is also card number 11. You could be seeing 1111 a lot. We have the World. I'm telling you, this is like grand finale energy. Like, I don't know, in a lot of our readings the last few months, we've been seeing the Sapere Aude card. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I don't speak Latin. But that card has been coming through a lot, and it's like you've been faced with a challenge over and over again, like needing to look yourself in the face. And it's not that in the past you haven't, it's that there was something that you kept looking over, some internal belief that you allowed to remain that needed to be processed, that needed to be transmuted into something more beneficial, more productive. And it feels like in this moment you've finally taken the action to like decide that something either wasn't for you or something is for you. It feels like a true recognition of your deepest character, you know, like it just feels like you're having like a definitive recognition of who you are, and in that way it's like Spirit's finally opening the gate and being like, you are ready. And it seems like there's some goal that you've been manifesting for a long time that is finally coming in because of that recognition, because of that self-assuredness. Two of Swords. I feel called to pull one more. And Judgment. Yeah. It's like you're no longer sitting in that energy of trepidation that we were talking about before. The clarity is coming through in you choosing yourself through that act of aligning with your innermost truth. By no longer allowing other people's opinions of you to sway your opinion, to sway how you would like to move through the world. It is aligning you with what is possible. It's like by exiting that energy of confusion, of indecision, and like saying for sure this is what I want, this is what is possible for me. The energy around you is aligning to that. Your reality is aligning with that. Going from the world, like your world is no longer reflecting that energy of indecision by not giving you anything that like truly aligns with you. By actively choosing yourself, it's like there's something coming in that is going to so deeply align with your heart that it's going to change everything forever. Not even necessarily that like final key to the puzzle, that's almost what I was going to say. But it's more like you found the final key and now you're getting to see the full prize. Like I'm almost getting the imagery of like an advent calendar. Like you've been opening these little windows into what is possible. And normally like an advent calendar is like, it's usually like a big picture. At least that's what I usually think of when I see an advent calendar. It's like a big picture with windows that you open and there's chocolate inside. But with this, I'm seeing almost like just a big red wall with like question marks on each of the windows. And as you open it, there's like little glimpses into what is possible. But as you get to the last day, it like unlocks the whole thing and you're able to open this bigger face. It like reveals the red curtain. And then there's this image of everything. And it's like your most aligned, beautiful path. Like each of these windows were little lessons that you learned along the way to unlocking what your truth looks like, what your divinity looks like. And then as you've unlocked all of these windows, it's like now you get to see the full picture. Now you get to experience the full picture. And as I was talking, I saw 4444. I just didn't want to lose the train of thought. But this is your judgment moment. It's like now the full divinity gets to come in, and it's up to you to claim that for you. To connect the Eight of Wands to Temperance, I pulled the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Ace of Swords. And I'm almost getting this sense of discontentment from the Queen of Pentacles. This sense of the Queen of Pentacles I always see as someone who's like very, who has achieved a lot and kind of sits with a lot of, not necessarily pride in their achievements, but just like, like almost wisdom in the experiences that they've had. But like in a sense of like they've done a lot of things, like because the pentacles are a very physical thing. So it's like you've done a lot of things to gain some sense of security, but in reverse, it almost feels like an energy of like faking it till you make it, but like the emphasis on the faking it part. Like you're sitting in this contentment that feels unfounded, like you don't deserve to feel content, yet you sit in some kind of position, like imposter syndrome almost. But the Ace of Swords is coming through, I almost feel like, as this the like lever, I guess, that switches the faking it to the making it, I guess. And I think it's in part due to this opportunity, this final window that's being opened to show you who you are, why you're in this place, why you get to achieve the things that you're achieving now, why you're in the position you are now. I think in part with that Ace of Swords, it's kind of like just this overall sense of clarity and truth of what it was all for. I'm hearing why you were alone. And that seems to be what like kind of sparks this full transformation from that energy of imposter syndrome into recognizing where that sense of insecurity comes from, why the discontentment was there, and what it truly means to not dissolve that, but integrate that and say that these come from a part of me that is that needed more support, that needed more love. And again, it's that energy of temperance in reverse, shining a light on those things so that they are recognized and can be worked through. Not necessarily like getting rid of those things, saying that they don't belong in you, but allowing them the space to be there and providing them a sense of safety that can allow them to grow from that unhealed state. Like it's almost like having this opportunity allows you the chance to have a full conversation with yourself and almost rewrite the stories that you've told yourself for years. Like to be able to say, no, we don't need to feel we don't need to feel scared anymore. We don't need to feel unworthy anymore, because like here are all of these things that disprove that theory. And it's like this recognition that all of these insecurities and fears come from this place of reactivity to trauma, and recognizing that you've grown beyond those, and now you're not in an environment where you need to feel unsafe or you need to be on guard, be preparing for the worst all the time. It's like finally you have all of the resources, the accolades, and confirmation to tell yourself that the worst isn't what we prepare for now. Like now we get to have the mindset shift of we can prepare for the best. And going from the Temperance reversed, Death reversed into the Empress, we have the Seven of Cups. And it's absolutely this energy of allowing you to expand, allow yourself to think of what is possible, to say the best is possible now. I get to exist in this beautiful energy of just receiving blessings, receiving recognition and validation from all of these different little areas of my life. It's like shifting that over-intellectualization of being like, all of these little things prove to me that like I need to doubt what is happening. I need to doubt what is coming my way. And now it's like shifting it in the complete opposite direction and being like, all of these little things prove to me that I deserve this. I hope that message comes across. I want to know a little bit more about the Empress energy, what exactly we're talking about here with the non-ordinary action card, the Star. It brings us right back to the beginning. What a beautiful message. It's truly just, you're now existing in this space, being like, it's just a full fucking shift. Complete paradigm shift. Knowing that you're worthy, knowing that you've walked the depths of the shadows of your soul. And now, like, I'm almost getting this image of like a deep trench that has been covered in fog and darkness and dismay for a long time. And finally, as something changes, like something, I don't know what it is we're talking about here. It feels like some opportunity that completely shifts the way you think about your ability, your potential. And it almost like casts a light from this abyss. Like I'm seeing this abyss, this trench, clear of all the fog, and now there's just this blinding light that is just emanating from the deepest reaches of it. And I think it comes from that place of like having talked with those deeper parts of yourself, giving yourself the assurance and comfort that those parts of yourself that were afraid for so long needed, and giving them a platform almost to share the beauty of that pain. And it's like just completely inverting the polarity, turning that darkness into the brightest light you've ever seen. And I think the next part of your path may involve sharing that part of yourself that was so afraid of being seen for so long. Something big is about to happen. You're about to do something completely different, and all of your hard work is going to pay off. Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. The most beautiful card to just confirm this entire reading. The fruit of your labor. It's all paying off now. And you know, I'm noticing how on this card, he's focused on the task at hand. And these other 7 pentacles float above him, but he's not focused on those. He's focused on what he's working on now. And I feel like that is extra emphasizing that point of what we were talking about earlier, of presence, of just staying focused on where you are at right now. And not thinking about the ifs, ands, or buts, or the could be's, should, would be's. It's just what is. That's the focus. That's how we shift these things. Not allowing the possibilities or what ifs to shift the way we view ourselves, I guess. I'm going to pull some final cards to close out the message. Maybe some confirmations or just some final words to be left with. I'm going to pull a Wicca Oracle card. Very spur of the moment decision. I just realized I never read the Taking Flight or Non-Ordinary Action cards, but I feel like we got the gist of them from the channelings of this message, so I don't feel like it's a requirement. Nature is invincible. Card number 14. The challenges seem to have been won, but you cannot let your guard down. Nature has its strength and its inescapability. Its power is respected by recognizing its limits. Arrogance is a poison that kills. The hunter who does not acknowledge his vulnerability and does not change his strategy is lost. However, he is not afraid of conflict. With strength of mind and faithful companions, all difficulties are overcome. The oracle says, believing you are stronger than nature is nothing but a delusion of omnipotence from which you will emerge defeated. Knowing how to lose is an important lesson. Sometimes we cannot do anything about it. We can only watch. Defending those we love. Strengthen your bond with the environment. Try to collaborate instead of oppressing. And I feel like this brings us all the way back around to the beginning. Because there was this lesson, this situation that you were like being faced with, where it's that Three of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles, choosing to have patience instead of jumping at an opportunity. And it feels like the long route, like actively choosing an obstacle, not like choosing not to indulge in something. And it feels difficult. It feels like a loss. Sometimes we cannot do anything about it. Knowing how to lose is an important lesson. We can only watch, defending those we love. Strengthen your bond with the environment. Try to collaborate instead of oppressing. Yeah, it's very interesting. It just feels like there's some situation here where it feels like a loss. It feels like a tower moment. But, you know, it's funny because the tower card never came out. The only cards that we saw this whole time were cards of transformation, recognizing that light within, illumination. This isn't a destructive ending, nor is it an ending at all. It's a beginning that's like presenting itself in a completely new way. We're going to pull some more tarot. I was going to end the message, but there's something that needs to be expanded on. And this could be something... Seven of Wands. I protect my personal space and energy. That affirmation just came through as I pulled the Seven of Wands. That perfectly describes the Seven of Wands. Being the protector of your space. Being the protector of your self. I don't know. There's nothing else that really needs to be said about that. But it like I'm getting this energy of something that it's like, it's not just a party like I was channeling in the beginning. It seems like a chance. Oh, we have the Page of Cups. Whatever this opportunity is, it's like the devil energy of the tarot. I'm not saying devil in like a religious aspect, but what the devil represents in tarot, that the shadow, like instant gratification, things that feel good in the short term but are actually like lethal in the long run. And it feels like whatever this thing that is being offered to you, not the like very beautiful thing that comes after this. It's something happening either right now, has just happened, or something in the very near future where it's going to seem so appealing on the surface that it would have like made your year as a when you were existing in lower vibrations. But there's like some intuitive call about it where you're like, something just feels off. Something does not feel right about this. This does not feel right. I don't know. We have the Nine of Cups. And I feel like it's something that's being offered to you, some opportunity, or maybe even like a relationship, or something that is just like, it seems good on the surface, but deep down I know it's not for me. This is kind of a time to, like your discernment is kind of being tested in this situation. There's, like what I'm hearing about this is, remember that if it's not an enthusiastic like hell yes, it's a hell no. If you can't without a doubt in your mind say this is the perfect thing for me, take note of that and move accordingly. Don't ignore the signals that your body sends you. Follow what truly makes you feel whole, what makes you feel empowered. Because it seems like this, whatever this opportunity is, it's something where it would make you feel satisfied in the sense of ego. Like I'm hearing, this would make me look really good to other people. This would be a good chance to get some like notoriety. And I feel like there's a need to listen to where these thoughts are coming from, where that sense of satisfaction is coming from. Is it coming from a place of like, this is what I truly love to do, I feel passionate about this? Or is it a kind of thing where you're doing it for the sake of getting some sort of attention, getting some sort of recognition? Is it aimed for your heart, or is it aimed for your ego? The way other people would view you. And this is hitting home for me. That's why I'm kind of having to take a moment to sit with this. But yeah. The Page of Cups is here as well. Which is speaking to this really beautiful idea with this, where it's not like as soon as you're offered something, shutting yourself off to it, being closed off to it. It's like this energy of temperance, having a non-biased perspective. Like, I think we talked about this in a reading like a few months ago, but this like idea of like the universe challenging you to have an open heart. Like not being afraid of something going wrong so you keep yourself closed off to it. It's like having your heart open to any of the possibilities, not just the good ones, but the bad ones too. Understanding that like being let down or like that disaster of any kind is inevitable, which was something that Nature is Invincible was talking about as well. What did it say? Like, Sometimes we cannot do anything about it. We can only watch, defending those we love. Believing you are stronger than nature is nothing but a delusion of omnipotence from which you will emerge defeated. You can't avoid heartbreak. You can't deny yourself the beautiful opportunity of being heartbroken, because there's always a valuable lesson in that. And the universe is almost asking you to have your heart open to this, allow it the space to try and take you down, is what I'm hearing. And understanding that you can walk away from it without malice in your heart about it. Superfluity, more than what is necessary. I've never heard that word before. Superfluity. Or fluidity? Superfluity? But it's almost like, I don't know how to properly explain it. Have your heart open to this and allow yourself to experience the full spectrum of what could come out of it for the sake of learning, and knowing that, like, by allowing yourself to be hurt by it, it's not a sign of weakness, it's like a sign of strength. I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of on like a really big tangent with this, but Spirit kind of wants to drive the point home. Because there's also like this aspect of using your discernment, because something good can come in, but if you have your heart closed off, you won't have the foresight to recognize something that's good for you. So keep your heart open to all opportunities and see what it presents to you, and make educated decisions based on what those things make you feel after the fact. Not even after the fact, but like just recognizing the feelings in your body when it comes through. It's going to make sense in time, you know? I can only guide you so far, and it's the kind of thing that you just kind of have to apply as it comes up. I think that this will make sense, and it might be a little confusing right now, but you know, that's a part of the process. Use your discernment. I fully believe in you, and the universe does too. This is your chance to, like, not really prove to anyone but yourself that you know what is right for you. You know what is best for you. What truly aligns with your highest good. And don't get caught up in the ego of anything that comes your way. Make decisions that are in alignment with your heart, that are in alignment with what truly feels like it's providing to your purpose, providing to your passion, that makes you feel like you are achieving, that you are making like the childhood you proud, is how I'm going to put it. And not what's going to make the people around you proud, because they don't matter. They do, but no one should take precedent above how you feel about yourself. If you feel beside yourself or confused or uncertain when these things come through, take note of that. And make choices that bring you closer to your heart. That, I know I'm repeating myself for like fucking 5 minutes straight, but I hope my point was able to hit home. Yeah. I'm going to leave this message here. This was a very... it was a powerful reading. This was the longest one I've done in a while, and it felt good to do a reading like this again. Yeah, I hope this was able to provide you some confirmation or clarity on what you already intuitively know. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by reaching out on Instagram at fullmentalalchemy with an underscore before and after. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Yeah, this has been Full Mental Alchemy. I'm trying to do readings whenever I can. Again, I've been like recording some every now and then I either get like, I just don't feel right posting it, or I just get busy. I've had a lot going on. I've been doing shows like not nonstop. It really hasn't been that often, but like once a month, if not twice a month. I've got a show in 2 days, which I'm really fucking excited for. But I've been really focused on my music and my work, and you know, like this is something I'm still really passionate about. But you know, I have to do it whenever I feel called to and when I have the time to. But know that I'm always thinking about you guys, and I'm grateful for all your support. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and I love you. So yeah, bye bye.